Out of nowhere, question of the week. Going to our guy, the Zombie King. What's going on, bro?
What's going on, bro? How you been?
I've been really good. How about yourself?
Not too bad. Not too bad. Can't complain.
Hear that? Question for you tonight.
Yes, sir.
As a professional wrestler, when it comes to retirement, do you prefer the way John Cena is doing it as like an entire tour and then the grand finale at the end? Or do you prefer the old school way of doing it and just having one final match?
That's a good question. I mean, I think for the caliber John Cena and what he did with his career, when I mean what he did, I like out of all the great Triple H, Shawn Michaels, Undertaker, oh, maybe Undertaker, but like no one really put a company on his back and like, you know, all the Make-A-Wish and all the extra credit he did and everything. Like, he was really like a company's man wrestler. I mean, he probably one of the longest. I mean, if you think about it, like career wise, for him, I think it's perfect what he's doing. Me, I'd probably do the one match. One match, one hell of a match. And I do the Stone Cold. I think Stone Cold did the best. I think no one knew. You know what I mean? Like you wasn't like the last time you didn't even know that was his last time. And then you kind of figure it out, oh man, like, you know, a couple of years later, I mean, other than dirt sheets and stuff like that, a real fan who's not reading dirt sheets. And he's like, oh, damn, that was his last match. I didn't even know it. So you tend to appreciate those more. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I didn't even know that was his last match. Let me go back and watch it again and again and again and again.
Let me double up on you real quick. Who would that last match be with? And you can't say Rey Mysterio.
Oh man. Oh man, I can't. I mean, if I had to pick someone like from the E, you know, honestly, be like either Alex Shelley or Chris Sabin.
Okay.
When I first got into the business, like those was my like the first like two, like I guess, I mean they were with TNA, but like independent, like low. I didn't even know TNA would assist before I got into independence. But like those two guys, I really study a lot.
This is how I would write it up. Dom Mysterio retires his dad whenever, wherever, and then you come out challenging Dom at WrestleMania Palooza 9000.
Oof. I'll do it.
For the title, but for your career. And Dominik also retires you too. So you got retired by the man who retired your favorite wrestler.
I'm just saying, if Dom's still that champion by then, I mean, move over Roman Reigns.
Hey man, we're gonna talk about WrestlePalooza. We're gonna talk about AEW All Out, and the King of Bums is back. But before we get into anything, let's go ahead and start our show.
Four sides of the ring, four sides of the ring. Everybody out here got an opinion, your ego shall die in the ring. If the debate's getting heated, we heating, you know it's been fire in the ring. We them guys in the ring, leave with your pride in the sling. Four sides of the ring, four sides of the ring. Everybody out here got an opinion, your ego shall die in the ring. If the debate's getting heated, we heating, you know it's been fire in the ring. We them guys in the ring, leave with your pride in the sling. Four sides of the ring.
What is going on, everybody? Your favorite faction is back. I am your host, the founder, Marcus Hernandez. I am alongside the one and only Mr. Zombie King. And we are also with the one that makes you say, damn, Nick Ram. What's going on, fellas?
It's gonna be like more like, oh damn, his internet sucks.
Hey,
what's going on, y'all?
that was on cue.
Yeah, what's going on? Everything sounds good, man. Let's go.
Nick was having some technical difficulties before we started, but I think the out of nowhere question of the week got his mind right. Nick, if you were a wrestler or as a fan, actually, from the fan aspect of it, do you like the way Cena's handling retirement, or do you prefer just to watch your favorite wrestler have one last match?
When I think of last matches, I think the best person who ever had it was Ric Flair. And people don't realize it, but like the Ric Flair retirement up to the Shawn Michaels was probably one of the best storylines ever. It was, if you lose your next match, that's your last match. And and I as a kid, I didn't think he was gonna make it to Mania as a child.
Yeah,
but he did, and he lost. And then I got to watch his second retirement match with Andrade. Man had two retire. He did it both ways. Yeah, the Grand Tour
Andrade,
and the one last match.
It was a tag match, right? Jay Lethal and someone else. I can't remember.
Yeah. Some good matches.
God, but I totally forgot about that stipulation with Ric Flair. But I think I can't remember what year Rumble it was, but it was a Rumble in Madison Square, and I think I saw it was one of the matches leading up to his retirement. I gotta figure it out. But I want to say it was MVP, but I'm not 100%.
And that was like the cool thing. Like, see, like it's like little things like that I kind of remember. Like I remember him cutting that promo against Batista. He was like, "Let it be me." He was like, "It can't be you because you'll lose on purpose." And I was sitting there like, "Damn, he would." That bum just losing to Ric Flair on purpose. You know what I mean? But it was like, how would Ric Flair win every match? And every time he just found a way. And it really, to me, it solidified why Ric Flair was such a big deal. And fun fact, Marcus, I don't know if you remember this, but we watched that with Anthony and his dad at his dad's house in New Jersey.
I think so. Yeah.
Your dad was emotional as hell that match. And my dad, who's not even a big wrestling fan, was like, this is a big deal. And like I remember that to this day.
Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, your dad knows of wrestling. He appreciates wrestling, but he's not sitting down and watching, a whole Monday Night Raw, by himself. You know what I mean? He's not watching wrestling by himself.
Right. My dad be throwing like random facts like, "Oh man, these guys are still wrestling. You don't understand, Poppy. I was watching these guys when I was wrestling, and that was like almost 30 years ago." My dad was like 32 at the time, so it was just like
exactly. Like, that's what I'm saying. Even like a guy that is not like the biggest fan that appreciate wrestling still understands how big that moment was.
Looking like Mark says, he can't confirm it was MVP at the 2008 Royal Rumble.
Yeah, my memory, man.
Looking like Mark gets a shout out this week.
Shout out for making me sure
Mark, you got your shout out on point as promised.
And we
follow my boy on Twitter. Follow his channel.
Yes,
he has great stuff. My man, generally does. He's a great guy as well. Him and Rick put out great stuff
all the time, 100%.
Let's jump into our show, fellas. I'm not sure if you saw over the week what you were doing, but the world stopped. Everyone tuned in. And our guy of all guys. Now, it's not the WWE World Title. You know what I'm saying? But it's a start. It's somewhere. I know China was probably outside doing backflips and cartwheels like Notre Bar. He probably went from Staten Island to like Brooklyn, just doing backflips all the way through the water and everything. But Dirty Dom, two-time champion, Intercontinental champion, but now he is the AAA World Champion. Is this a big deal, and why is it a big deal? Let's start with NetRam.
This guy, give me a second.
It's a huge deal. I think it's a huge deal in two aspects. One, this pretty much tells me WWE is willing to give AAA main stars because Dom is a star. You know what I'm saying? We've seen his reaction on Raw. He's a main star. But two, this is something his father never did. His father worked for AAA. His father worked for CML. His father was never a world champion in neither company. Dom just did something that his father could never do, and that's become a world champion in his home country, or his father's home country at that. His family legacy, the Mysterio legacy, is from
His
Mexico,
race.
and now he's a world champion. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And to me, that's a huge deal. I think this is just leading up to a big pay-per-view from WWE in Mexico, and Dom is the star.
Okay. I like that. I like that you say that. I like the fact that you brought up Dom doing something that Ray's never done. That's something to add to his portfolio of how much better he is than his father, right? And in the world of professional wrestling.
Whoa.
In the world of professional wrestling, we're
Whoa.
gonna say that, right?
Whoa.
He's trying to be the only Mysterio, right? That you always remember.
The greatest Mysterio, as
The
they
greatest Mysterio, as they would say. And I think Dom's getting there. Not obviously not right now, not in a year or so, but eventually he will get there. I think he will have a better career than his father. I think he'll hold more titles than his father. But that's because he has the character and all the things he needs around him to do that. You know what I mean? Ray had a few people to help him out and give him a hand, but Dom has, instead of one foot in the door, he has his entire body's through the door. You know what I mean? He has everything he needs to be successful in the world of professional wrestling. Also outside of the world of professional wrestling. Zombie King, how are you feeling about your favorite wrestler's son and becoming world champion in Mexico? Do you feel like this is a big deal, and why do you feel like it's a big deal?
Oh, it's definitely a big deal. Definitely. I mean, he's a world champion in like I said, in his roster, and doing something his dad never did. Win a world title outside of wrestling. I asked this question right before we got on. Like, would you say Dominik Mysterio's popularity is either equal or greater than his father's at this point?
I still think it's underneath his father. Ray was a top selling merch guy. He's a global name.
Like Rey Mysterio walks around the street, regular day people know who he is. Dom walks around the street, regular day people don't know who he is. Not yet.
Facts.
But I think he's more closer to that than we think he is. Like, his in-ring abilities, it's way, way better than when he first got in there. And it's like, dude, it's like that pop he got from Mexico when he first did the attack. It was so loud that they wanted to mute it. They didn't want that people to know like how over he was. Like, when they released the actual fullest of the sound of that arena, the goose pimples I got right now. I can only imagine. Just hearing that type of pop. I mean, come on. That's why I asked that question. Like, is he at that either equal or maybe just above his dad in popularity? I think he's,
I don't know,
almost there.
I think he's almost there, but he's just not yet.
But also, it's like Rey Mysterio took how many years to get to where he's at? And, like, let's be honest, 10 years? How long he been wrestling?
Ray or Dom?
Dom, yes. I can't remember. Not that long. Under 10 or over 10?
I think it's around 5 years, bro. Like, generally, I think in the WWE, it's been about 5, maybe 6 years.
I mean,
my son was very little when Dom started.
Yeah.
I mean,
because we were talking about how he shouldn't have skipped NXT.
I mean, at this point, I mean, for what? Why go to NXT? He was learning on the fly. The best way to learn. He was with the Judgment Day. He had Finn Balor. Like he's one of the top notch that ever.
That's what I'm saying.
Definitely,
It's like
definitely top 10
Dom's
performers, workers.
Dom's on another level when it comes to second generational superstars. You know what I mean? Like, not even in a weird sense. I'm not even saying that it's because of Ray or anything, but like, not even like Randy's had to work. I feel like 10 times harder to get himself over
Yeah,
than the way Dom is over. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
100%.
I just, the Usos. You know what I mean? They haven't been over. They just now getting over in the last 10. You could probably say the last 5 to 10 years. But they've been in the business for so long.
It
People
was
are now
like,
just and
the bloodline. Honestly, let's be honest. The bloodline is really what got all of them really, really over.
I don't know what it is about like this wave of this like next generation superstars. Man, they have all the aura. You know what I mean? All the aura. Braun Breaker. But Dom is just on another level, man. Like I said, it just literally, it's not even 1 foot in the door. My man's has his whole, he's through the door. And like you said, learning on the fly. Let me ask you guys another question before we move on. Do you think we get a title for career match with his father, Dom versus Ray 2 in Mexico? Or do you think that's something that will happen on WWE grounds?
I think if they promote it correctly, it can be as big as, one of the big fours. I think that's a perfect for Rey Mysterio. I don't see another way for him to retire.
Right.
In a company he probably grew up with, probably close to his hometown, or if not in Mexico, against his son for a world title. Make it or break it.
And if, just to add on to what he's saying, think about it from a business perspective. Like, if TKO was to tell AAA, like, yo, we really do value you, we're giving you Ray's last match.
Yeah.
Like, as a business partner, I'm sitting here like, yo, they're treating us way better than TNA.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, but then TNA gonna be like, we want AJ Styles.
Yeah. I mean, but that makes sense. That makes sense.
It's, I'm not sure if we'll. Do you think it'd be Alberto Del Rio versus Dom first before we get a Rey Mysterio Dom retirement match?
I kind of hope so. He's a notable prick, but in Mexico, that man is a god.
Yeah.
And in ring, he's really fucking good. I think Dom could actually learn a lot from Alberto.
I think at the end of the day, outside of business, it's gonna be a good match. Will what happened? Will Alberto Del Rio do the job for Dominik Mysterio?
I think he will. I think he
would.
I think he will for I think he will for Dom, for Ray, and also to have that slight chance of being a WWE Hall of Fame.
The good gracious, yeah. But I also want to say, just to add on to Marcus's point about these second generation superstars, I think what sets Dom apart from everyone else is, you got these Lexus Kings, these Braun Breakers, Randy Orton, all these times. These are second, third generation superstars. They live up to one name, and sometimes it's easier to compare to others. But Dom has this aura where he's straight up he's a second generation superstar, but his act is also a second generation superstar of his fake father, Eddie Guerrero, and we love that. But we also know he's also Rey Mysterio, and we love that. So he has this double second generational talent times 2. And that's what makes it so great. Because when he started embracing the Eddie side of things, getting the look down, doing the tributes, being that squeezy heel, we're like, yo, this Eddie's like second coming, and we started liking it even more. And I think that's what makes it so easy for him to be a star, is because he's tributing two names in a weird sense, and it's kind of cool.
And both names are, I obviously love it in the wrestling community.
Jessica loves her some Daddy Dom, and I guess Paco. Fellas, ESPN apparently wasn't aware of Brock Lesnar's bookings. Now there's a whole bunch of stuff going on because apparently they don't want Brock. Does this catch you at a surprise? And also, do you feel like these subscriptions and streamers should know like who's on a WWE roster, or should these people just go to WWE.com and see who's on the roster so you know who wrestles for who? Let's start with Niram.
I think if a network was to tell WWE, look, we don't want this one person blank, I think in a sense it kind of puts you in this position where you're telling WWE you don't know how to book your show. So I don't think that they should know. I do think if it's that big of a deal where ESPN is kind of like, we didn't ask for Brock Lesnar, and they have to address that, then TKO should also reflect and be like, maybe we shouldn't have Brock Lesnar. You know what I mean? Like, it's one of those things. Clearly, Netflix didn't say anything about Brock coming back. And I don't know if he's been on Raw. I don't think he has. He's been on SmackDown.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't think USA Network had an issue with it. But for ESPN to pretty much make a statement talking about, look, everybody that wants to watch WrestlePalooza, we didn't ask for Brock Lesnar, it's kind of crazy to me because, like, you're paying them. You know what I mean? You're paying for this product. So if you're paying for this product, just take the product they're giving you.
And what's the Anthony? What was the ESPN UFC that Brock walked out on? Maybe that's why ESPN doesn't want Brock.
I think he was supposed to fight Daniel Cormier at one point. Don't know if he walked out on that one.
He would have beat him up.
I think it's something behind closed doors that had to do when Brock was with the UFC, and they were also partnered with ESPN. And I feel like maybe Brock might have just said, "Oh, I forgot I had to do that.
My bad.
My bad. You're right. I was supposed to fight somebody tonight."
My boy cashed a whole check and was like, "What? Oh, that's what y'all sent that for?"
It happens.
I thought that was a bonus. My bad.
As a wrestler, do you pull up, or are you like, oh, if that guy's wrestling tonight, I'm not wrestling?
No, that's a little unprofessional, but at the end of the day, like, you're not gonna like everyone. Not everyone's gonna like you. As business at the end of the day. And obviously there's plenty of matches and feuds where they really didn't like each other, but it was business at the end of the day. With all this Brock Lesnar and ESPN, and this is what happens when you have too many hands in the cookie jar. Too many opinions, too many this, too many I say, too many she say, too many he say. Too many says in wrestling now. It was back in the day. It's no one likes him, but it was Vince's say at the end of the day. You know what I mean? It was what he said was going down. You didn't like it, turn the channel. Like, that was partially his motto. But yeah, I don't know. Me personally, I separate the artist from the art. So I don't follow too much of personal life. I follow wrestling. And am I going to watch the John Cena versus Brock Lesnar match? Absolutely.
Yeah. Who's not going to watch that?
I mean, you know what I mean? So, that's just my personal opinion.
I get it, though, from ESPN's perspective. Like, this guy's in an open lawsuit. It's not a closed lawsuit yet. You know what I mean? He's an open lawsuit. He's name dropped in some serious allegations, which apparently he was cleared of according to WWE.
That's why it's like,
Also, ESPN kind of rushed WWE to do this event because this deal was supposed to happen in 2026. So I don't think you actually get a say to be like, oh yeah, we rushed them for a pay-per-view. Oh, how dare they put that allegations man on my television for my pay-per-view? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's one of those things where you're just sitting there and you're like, you can understand why ESPN's upset. But also ESPN should never address this to the public. If the public is asking you about Brock Lesnar, you should just say WWE does the booking. We're paying WWE. You know what I'm saying? ESPN doesn't tell Stephen A. Smith what to rant about, you know what I mean, to a percentage. Like, you know, it's like things like that. You're not telling NFL games, yo, you can't have this quarterback in the game because, you know, he's blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? You're paying for whatever they provide.
Yeah.
That's very true. But you can say, hey, you could score 30 points, but you still got to let that team win.
Everything's a work, brother. Everything's a work.
Oh,
it's like, and also too with the pricing. Come on, like, I'm sorry. Another thing. No one likes him, but another thing Vince did that was actually good. He made sure wrestling was affordable, and right now wrestling is not affordable. I love wrestling, but damn,
because Vince understood poor people. He was once a poor person. He understands poor people. Gotta give it to him. That's what it's all about.
Yeah. Someone found the numbers on how much they bought WrestleMania for, and
it's crazy.
I mean,
it's 4 times more than Vegas. It's crazy.
We're in the mills, people. The mills.
We're gonna get there. Fellas, let's talk about who's gonna win a main title first. We're gonna talk about some women. So women's World Heavyweight Championship, women's world title. We got AJ Lee and Nikki Bella both returning back, both front-leading women of the history and how women's wrestling is today. But who do you think will win the title first? Nikki Bella, AJ Lee. Let's start with the Zombie King.
Me personally, I'll go with AJ Lee. I don't know. Yeah. I'm not. It's like, oh, the Bella twins. Respectfully, of course, but
it's only one. There's no twins.
Oh yeah, but one of them. Not a fan. I'm picking AJ
Lee. Okay. Not biased answer from the Zombie King. Let's go to Knit Room.
My answer's kind of similar. I don't think neither of them. I think neither one gets a main title. I think that's what they're there for. I see them being intercontinental in the United States, and if that's the case, that's AJ Lee. But a main title, I don't think neither one gets a world title as long as they're back. I don't care how long it is. Nikki clearly has a lot of ring rust to knock off, you know, which is that'll happen over time, but I don't think she wants a world title. I think they're mid-carders this late in their career, and they're there to help these younger women, and there's a lot of young women to help. So main titles, neither. If we're talking mid-card titles, I think AJ Lee's going to beat Becky Lynch for that little intercontinental title she got.
Yeah, but you know what? Since you said mid-cards, I do see Nikki Bella as United States champion.
I think they're gonna pretty much do this so that way they can solidify these Grand Slam champions legit for the women, because it's kind of like awkward the way they do the women ones. So you have these mid-card titles now. We can start giving them to these girls and be like Grand Slam champions.
Yeah, because you know what I mean? So who was it? It was Bailey, right? Who got screwed on that? Because she was a Grand Slam champion. They brought in those 2 titles, and then they took that away.
She was the first woman to ever do it. She had a whole shirt, and then they were like, "Nah, new rules."
New rules. That doesn't count anymore. Sorry, not sorry. She's doing something different.
Well, that is very true. She is doing something different. I'll probably agree with you guys, AJ Lee, only because I think the company wants to see Mr. and Mrs. Phil with the world titles shoulder to shoulder. So, especially at maybe a heel season 3 red carpet preview. You know, in the future.
Did y'all see that clip where it's like
you
AJ?
Business, man, you thinking about business. Oh yeah, that was funny.
That's all it is.
Where she's
He's
like,
like-
we might all get together and make out. And CM Punk's like, we're not doing that.
Yeah. So he's in the other rooms. I heard my wife. We're definitely not doing that.
Fellas, with War Games, I guess, approaching us after Palooza.
Wargames.
Yeah, they're already teasing it, right? TNA seems like they're teasing. Well, the TNA superstar seems like they're teasing other NXT superstars on X. You guys feel like this invasion or the TNA NXT thing is dead, or do you think WWE can pick it back up and hopefully throw a NXT versus TNA on War Games? So start with it, Ram.
I think it's a little past the time to do the invasion angle. But man, I don't know if you guys were on Twitter during NXT Homecoming. I saw the first tweet and I was like, oh man, like this person's upset. But then it was Mustafa Ali. It was Zack Ryder. It was Ash by
right?
Elegance. It's like every Santana, every single. If you're on the TNA roster, it's like they paid you $5. Tweet that you're not happy you're on NXT tonight. Like, you know, I mean, every single one did it. And I sit there and said, oh, they're going to try to do an invasion angle for War Games, Team TNA versus Team WWE. I don't like it because I think it's too late. But I do like it in the fact that the TNA champion would be on Team NXT. You know, because Trick is burning a lot of bridges, but he is the champion. And when TNA is like, you're not our champion, he's going to be on Team NXT, which builds that, like, interesting, like, you know what I'm saying? It's going to be cool.
It's going to be like
more excited.
You got served. You got served.
When Sonny
walks in.
Traitor.
They should recreate that whole scene. It's just like, yo, Trick. Yo, why you late? Hey, no, we on this side. He just keeps walking.
Just keep walking.
They're doing our moves. But I mean, yeah, I don't know, man. I think it's a little too late. I think when the partnership first happened and they would have did it, it would have been cool. You know, like Joe Hendry, part of the invasion, Mike Santana, because it's like that's how you get these names noticed. But we've done so much since then. It's kind of like I already know these TNA guys. I know the ones I don't want to see and the ones I do want to see. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We already had Moose versus Oba. You know, it's like there's no point in doing it now.
That's true.
It's just how I feel.
That's true. How are you feeling, Zombie King? How are you feeling? You think the invasion is past its point?
Yeah, I kind of agree with Nick Ram on that. I would only agree on doing it if this is gonna lead into a good push for TNA. Like, I feel like it's like what the partnership. I don't see the partnership. I see the partnership as TNA is the jobbers to NXT. Like they are high quality jobbers, and that's not good. And like I don't understand. We're joining a team. We're gonna help you guys out, but we're gonna beat all your champions, and we're gonna take all your belts, and Levy will make hard. Like, yeah, we're putting you, and we're putting you on a mainstream, and you're in the same sentence as NXT that's with WWE, so you're in the same boat. But how well are you looking? Like as wrestlers, like as a fan, if I'm like fan wise, right? If Avengers versus X-Men type deal, you know what I mean? Like, well, X-Men always get their ass kicked. Avengers over here beating their ass and then going on their promoting with their heads as their championship. Like, oh, look what I got. So I just don't see the partnership there. So I think if you're gonna do it right. Let them dominate a lot of the match. Let the fans see that TNA is not promotion they're gonna lay down, and it's be jobbers for everyone. Like, let them come in, like, raise hell, tear up the ring. You know what I mean? I don't. If they bring it back like Survivor Series, team versus team, I'm old school. I like that type of Survivor Series match. But if you're gonna do War Games, let them tear everything up. The ring, do a Bobby Lashley spot. Like show them like, these TNA wrestlers. They're not one to like they're here to do work.
And you could really see the difference too when the words acquired and partnership are being like shown, right?
Mm,
Look how WWE is really putting AAA on the forefront, inviting their superstars to their show, showing them, giving them matches on them. Why didn't Masha Slamovich have a match on Raw or
100%.
SmackDown? You know what I mean? There's plenty of people on TNA that could have had a match on
They
your main
scared. That's
roster.
why they're scared.
I don't even think it's that. You know what I mean? It's a partnership, or in your sense, is it really a partnership? But you could just see the difference in that sense right there. You know what I mean? The word, just those two words in general, acquired and partnership, and you could just see how WWE treats both companies, and still treat them as one as their own, but still treats the one that they acquired as the baby, and the one kind of like you said, oh, you're going to be the one to make sure our guys can wrestle.
My redheaded stepchild.
Yeah, and let's be honest. I think TNA played a big part in Trick's career at this point.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, would Trick be Trick if they didn't push him the way he did with TNA?
No.
I know Nitram's not the biggest fan.
But that's the thing. So I'm enjoying the Trick stuff. And I give him a little more credit. He's getting better and better in the ring, and I think that has to do with a lot of the talent that he's wrestling with in TNA. But it's also that thing, like, they definitely saved his momentum. Trick wasn't ready for the main roster, and he was already did everything in NXT. He got stale. So doing a TNA thing really bumped up his character because he's a diva, and he's showing that he's a diva. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's good stuff for him. It really
some of the entrances he's getting and all that.
Oh, it's great.
Right. It's
hilarious.
But it's also
to get paid
things
to get paid to get dissed by Trick Williams is probably the best job in the world.
Hey. All right. Quick question. Do you think Trick Williams at this point of his career is better than Carmelo Hayes?
Yes. Quick yes.
Yeah. Yes.
Do you think Trick is an all-around better wrestler and performer than Carmelo Hayes?
No.
Performer, yes. Wrestler, absolutely not. Carmelo wrestles circles around him.
Carmelo can perform, bro. They just haven't let the man cook. I'm telling you.
I think
Carmelo,
right now,
there's a reason why they call him, bro.
I haven't
the
seen
man
it.
Can cook. He just because they don't know. They don't know how to write.
The only him I know is this Jordan Peele movie coming out.
Yeah, man, that was crazy. But I don't know. Me personally, I think everything but ring ability, maybe. Even though Trick is getting some quality matches in, you gotta give him credit on that. I think Trick may be a better wrestler than Carmelo Hayes. Well, wrestler / performer. But performance, it's hard to say this.
He's not a better wrestler, bro. He's not a better wrestler. He's not a better.
But all around,
his in-ring has gotten better, and I'm not going to shit on him now.
All around, I'm still taking.
He's still not that great.
But this is what I'm saying. As a match, I get more entertainment watching a Trick match than I do a Carmelo Hayes match. So that's why I say wrestler. But I know Carmelo Hayes, his ability is great, but as a wrestler, I don't find his matches that exciting. It all depends who he's in the ring with.
Can I counter that though?
Yes.
while I do think Trick Williams has gotten a lot better in ring, and I'm giving him his credit when credit is due. He's putting in the work. It's getting a lot better. He's carrying his own weight. He's leading matches for some guys. Good for him. There's not a single Trick Williams match that entertained me more than Andrade Melo Best of 7. And I'll hold it to that candle as far as in-ring ability. As far as in-ring ability, I'll hold it to that candle.
You're going to say something.
Bro, there's no Trick Williams match that stands. No Trick Williams match stands to the caliber of Melo's worst match in history.
I don't know about that. The match he had, the three-way match they had right before WrestleMania, him, what was it? Him, Oba, and Evans, right? That three-way? That three-way was up there. Like, I think there was three-way matches that week of WrestleMania.
He got carried, man.
No. He impressed me during that.
We'll get into discussion about Melo and Trick Williams maybe sometime.
Put a pin on it.
We'll put a pin on it. Also, speaking about War Games, Triple H and Shawn Michaels seems like they might have been teasing a Triple H NXT team, Shawn Michaels NXT team. You guys would be interested in that?
So what would be like? He will pick X NXT.
I think it's unfair. I think it's unfair for Triple H. He's got some solid veterans.
Yeah, it's like, dude,
I think if they do it with the woman, I think that could be a banger.
The women's will be a banger match, and the women's on NXT. The women's on NXT should go over, but the men's, bro, is unfair.
I don't know about going over,
the woman for NXT should go over.
But I see the women's NXT roster actually keeping up with the main roster of women. Maybe like I'm talking about like maybe just a slight second slower, but I'm like they're right there. I don't see the guys keeping up with anybody on the main roster.
Hold on. I think Triple H's best 5 guys. It's Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn,
Finn Balor.
So you're gonna argue it's DIY and Finn Balor?
No,
that's the 5 Triple H is gonna put.
No, there's a lot more.
What about Seth Rollins?
He was NXT.
They didn't even bring him up for the Homecoming show. They didn't care about his first title reign. Seth's also too big. I think Seth's too big for it.
You know who was a big Triple H NXT guy? Who definitely would have been on that 5-man squad? Karrion Kross.
Oh, yeah.
But sadly,
Andrade
he ain't with the business no more.
No.
Andrade would have been another one. You could argue Drew,
Andrade too.
But I think Drew's too big for it as well.
Drew
but I mean, whoever you name, Shawn has molded these superstars.
Well, they got to bring Drew because
Braun Breaker's a Shawn guy.
Oba.
Like imagine Oba and Braun on the same team.
I don't think you could call Braun.
You call back in one favor, bro. Shawn calls back in one favor. It's Braun Breaker.
Shawn would have to only go with current NXT guys.
Well, who's going to be?
Trick Williams. Javon Evans.
What is it? How many teams? How many people?
You got Oba.
How many people per team? 5? Okay.
It's usually 5.
Oba.
So
Trick.
Trick.
Javon. 2 more.
Joe Hendry. He's there.
He's TNA.
He's both. I don't know what he
TNA.
is. Charlie Dempsey. Fine. Charlie Dempsey and Miles Bourne.
I like Charlie Dempsey.
The last 2, I don't know.
Give me Ricky Saints.
I'll take Ricky Saints.
Give me Ricky Saints.
All right. So the 2 is optional. The last 2 is optional. No, the last one's out. You gotta have Ricky Saints in there. So
verse. You're absolutely right. It would be DIY, Finn Balor. That's 3. Kevin Owens.
He's injured.
Well, he might be able to come back.
Sami Zayn.
Okay, Sami Zayn. It's gotta be Seth Rollins.
KO's on the shelf. We'll take him out.
It's gotta be Seth
Rollins.
Shinsuke
Nakamura, but he's not really.
Seth Rollins is the Triple H guy.
Yo,
it's gotta be
if Shinsuke came back just to do that one match, like I love Triple H. and
Or-
start like tweaking out
Or
with the
plot
old
twist.
music, bro, I go in.
Or I got you, plot twist right now, right? Seth Rollins is like, no, I can't do it because I'm world champion. I got bigger and better things to do. Braun takes my place.
True.
That's not a Triple
Bronson
H guy,
Reed,
man.
No, Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker.
Bronson
Braun Breaker.
Reed, did he
Braun
do
Breaker
NXT?
takes Seth Rollins' place. Yeah. Bronson Reed did do NXT.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
That's when Marcus kept saying he was going to be a mega
Why do I
star.
feel like we're forgetting so many other
Semi-right.
wrestlers that came from NXT?
I was semi-right. I was semi-right about Bronson Reed. I did say he was going to be a star. He's still getting there. He still has a lot of time. But man's just got to stop getting injured, bro. And,
But
you know,
a match like that and a stipulation like winner runs NXT, I'd be for it.
True.
I'd be for it, bro. I think it'd work better with the woman though, because you'd have Charlotte Flair, Bayley, Becky Lynch all reuniting. Alexa Bliss. Carmella, unfortunately, is gone. That would have been a good one. Ember Moon is gone. That would have been a good one. Io Sky. But they call her Io Shirai just for shits and giggles.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. Take Io out. Put Asuka back in there. Longest
Oh,
reign.
yeah. Yeah, you got to put
Against
Asuka in there.
Jada
Rhea.
Parker.
Mm.
Rhea's
here.
too big. Rhea. She's too fresh. I want nobody that wrestled under Shawn's. It has to be Triple H eras.
It'll be
I was talking
Parker,
about Sean.
Sol Ruka. He has
Jada
options
Parker.
for days. Jada
Parker.
Parker.
He
Like
does.
Parker
When it comes to
Parker.
the woman, he could put a blindfold on and just pull names out of a hat.
Exactly.
Yeah. Kalani.
And any way you put it.
Lola Vice, Ren Sinclair,
Lash
Thea
Legend.
Hale,
so much.
Lash.
War Games is going to be. I think War Games is going to be fun to talk about when we get to that point. It's gonna be, there's so many things. There's so many things that they can do. You know what I mean? Like we haven't even talked about even possibly having maybe a TNA versus AAA match. You know what I mean? War Games AAA match.
Ooh.
For the rights of who gets to be.
How would they do it if they
the
do
gold first?
NXT versus TNA versus AAA?
That'd be crazy. That's 15 people in a ring. Doesn't sound safe.
That does not sound
That's
safe.
not safe. I was thinking
that's
tag team War Games, but I was like, dang, 5 tag teams in a ring. That's wild.
I have this.
It'll be
I
a
have this
night
crazy,
of 3-way matches.
Mm-hmm.
I have this crazy wish that WWE would be real cool and tell TNA they can host their own Royal Rumble, but they have to include NXT people. But they selfish.
True. Let's take a small break. We'll be right back.
Dive into a world where every pinfall, every suplex, and every promo is celebrated in fashion. From the legendary 3-count trivia to the iconic bad guy wrestling, we've got the latest gear to elevate your wrestling wardrobe. Show off your passion for the squared circle. It's not just clothing, it's a lifestyle. Come shop with us and unleash your inner champion at foursidesofthering.com. That's foursidesofthering.com.
Four sides of the ring. Four sides of the ring.
Foursidesofthering.com.
You already know what it is. Get all of our merch made by the one and only Brandy Savage.
Yes, sir.
Yo, guys. All right. Actually, Zombie King.
What's up?
Wrestling is weird, man. Wrestling has been weird.
You don't say.
It's been weird. It's been the weirdest it's ever been in a long time because we're breaking fourth walls. We're doing these things that we probably shouldn't be doing. We're experimenting. It's for the good.
That's a good way to put it. That's a good way. We're experimenting.
We're getting to a point where we all grew up in the same household, right? We're family.
Pretty much.
You don't talk back. That doesn't happen. You know what I mean? You don't call the shots. You're the baby face. The big bad calls all the shots. In this situation, big bad was mom, dad, Thea or Titi, whatever the case might be, right?
All of them.
But on Wednesday night, my guy Hangman Adam Page is out here throwing stipulations at the heel, telling him if anything illegal happens, he loses. Should baby faces be talking back Zombie King? Or no, yeah, should they be talking back? Should they be like, nah, bro, I'm tired of this. I'm tired of getting my ass beat and then winning in the last 10 seconds of the match.
And to clarify, and he would lose his so he's TNT champion, so he would lose his TNT championship if he does anything illegal. He has to vacate it.
Oh yeah, that part too. 2 stipulations now. Not only
the
heel can't cheat, and if
I
he
feel
cheats, he gonna lose his belt.
I feel like I've seen this before. I don't know. I feel like it's a weird stipulation to put on a heel because it's like telling telling you, all right, we're gonna play. It's people think, right, we're gonna make this guy face at one point, and this is how we're gonna do it. I mean, I don't know. I'm not too fond of the no cheating because you know what's gonna happen. He's probably gonna have some like epiphany. Don Callis is gonna do something. He's gonna hit. No, I'm gonna do it my way.
Yeah.
Turns around. Fucking.
He's gonna have that 5-inch long screwdriver.
I'm telling you. I'm calling it right now. All right, here's the finish to this match. Don Callis is trying to get him to cheat the whole match. Either he refuses, or every time he tries, the referee kind of catches him, but not like really catch him, but like, you know what I mean? Until the end. Ref bump, Don Callis do whatever, hands him the screwdriver, and then he thinks about it. No. They argue, turns around, Adam does his flipping thinky think, clothesline. That's the finish.
Okay.
Guaranteed. Write it down.
I have something similar, but my thoughts on this.
And that's how not for nothing, but that's how I usually call my matches. Yeah, bada bing. I'll hit you here. Spun the thing. We take it home. Have a beer.
Neighbor, how are you feeling about Hangman calling out stipulations as a babyface? Do you think babyfaces should be doing this as a babyface champion at that too?
I think it's different. I don't know if I like it, but it's different because usually the babyface does some conning way to trick the heel into agreeing to like having people barred by ringside, and you're like, oh, that dumb, like some Looney Tune shenanigans, you know what I mean? Duck season, rabbit season, duck season, got him. They didn't do that. It was straight up Hangman saying, I know you're good, and I'm gonna make sure that the world knows you're good. Like Ann said, this is clearly showing to show people Kyle Fletcher is that guy. And we know he's part of the biggest heel faction AEW has ever. I mean, it's like 20 people in this damn Don Callis family.
Yeah.
So why, if this match happens and they're having a banger, we're going to question, when does Don Callis have to get involved? Well, now he can't. Because if he does that, he's costing Kyle Fletcher his title. I think this is a way to turn Kyle face because Will and Swerve are out. They need a big baby face now. Kyle's a handsome dude. I think he looks like Brad Pitt from Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
I can see it.
I think you look at side by side, they look just alike. He's an incredible worker. We all know this. I think they cost him. Kyle still loses with a buckshot lariat, like Zombie said. Kyle also loses his TNT title due to Don Callis interference. And this leads us to Fletcher leaving the group, winning the C2, and getting Okada.
But then we're leaving but what are we doing with the TNT? Is it vacant? Or
coming back, maybe?
That gives Tony Khan to do what he loves most.
Another tournament.
But
I mean, why vacant? Are you doing to make this guy double champ?
So I hear what you're saying, Nero. I like that. You know what I mean? But I think to double up to what you're saying, right? Instead of Okada Fletcher, right? I think Hangman does what Hangman does, babyface, and be like, "No, you fought me as a man. You don't lose your title. You keep your title." You know what I mean? I know I called the stipulation, but now I'm gonna take it back. And I'm telling you, next week, Zombie Kings will be like, "That's so stupid. Why say something and then take it back?"
Yeah.
But
Be a man of your word, bitch. No, I'm just kidding.
no, but I can see Hangman doing something
I
like
can
that,
see
right?
that. Yeah.
I can see Hangman doing something like
It's
that. Like, nah,
honorable.
like,
That would be something
right,
honorable.
right. Like, no, you fought me like a
Yeah.
man, and you didn't cheat. He tried to cheat for you. Like, you're good, right? I could see Kyle Fletcher leaving, but then I could see the story of Kyle Fletcher and Takeshita also being built up because there's always been the feud and the heat building, the tension between them, but nothing's obviously has been said because they're part of the same family.
Yep.
But if you could get Kyle out and make him a babyface, now you have his big bad heel into Takeshita, and then he's just, you know what? It just sounds like we're saying he's Will Ospreay 2.0. It's crazy to say, but like, it's literally Will Ospreay, Kenny Omega
He's
all over
handsome Will Ospreay.
Like,
I mean,
anything that if you're fighting the Don Callis family, he's
Mhm.
gonna have to go to Will Ospreay and Kenny Omega. Say, how do I defeat this man? And they're gonna tell him it's not Don Callis. It's the screwdriver.
I honestly
You have to defeat
think,
the screwdriver.
yeah.
In a one-on-one match.
I honestly think, I don't know what is, but I don't know. I feel like he's just missing something. I don't know what's the something.
Kyle Fletcher?
Yeah, I just feel like he's
It's
missing
a world title,
something.
baby.
It could be. It could be.
He's just
It could be.
For me, he's just not a babyface. He could prove me wrong if they do turn him babyface, but I think he just plays a heel so good, There's just some guys, they don't need a switch.
I want to
Cena.
hate that guy, bro.
He switched and it was terrible.
It's our fault.
Be like that. You know who you don't want to hate? Our guy's back, the King of Kings. The Kings of all bums, that is.
Hey, man.
Eddie Kingston. Hey. And
Good
Zombie
for
King,
him.
you caught it. You wanted to come back in some shape. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It looked like he was working out a little bit.
Yeah, man.
He still looks like he turns up a 12-pack after every show, but that's fine.
That's fine. That's okay.
We gotta get somewhere. You know what
Not
I
everyone
mean?
needs a six-pack.
Should this have been a bigger deal for Eddie Kingston returning back to AEW or just returning back to wrestling in general? Or do you think the surprise, oh shit, it's Eddie Kingston, was enough? Let's start with Nick.
Well, let's start with the way they pretty much said Eddie Kingston's coming back. It was a promo from Big Bill saying, "I'm going to fight at All Out, and I'm going to fight Eddie Kingston." And I was like, wait, what?
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean you're fighting Eddie Kingston? That's the way we're announced? No video package? No in-depth promo? No nothing. Just, I'm going to fight Eddie Kingston. Like, bro.
No.
Tell me you're going to lose this match, right? Like, because it doesn't seem like Eddie's coming back to win. But, like, it should be a bigger deal. Eddie Kingston, to me, is a staple of AEW. He's one of the best promos. He's one of the most loved characters. He's the most relatable character. And it would have been the perfect time to get him involved with the Death Rider stuff now that they don't have titles.
I'm going to put it like this. Eddie Kingston is the Mick Foley, like that uncle.
Mm-hmm.
Like, no matter what, he just, you know what I mean? Like, that's their
Right.
Mick Foley. You know what I mean? I agree with it, man. I think the way they did it was kind of stupid. Because it's like, wait, he's injured. You know what I mean? Is that like, you calling someone out that's injured? Yeah, he's coming back. But at the end of the day, he's not back until he's back. So at the end of the day, you're calling out someone who's injured.
Eddie Kingston accepted the match on Instagram. That made it even worse for me.
But you know what? He looked good in that video.
What?
Except
yeah,
he does. He does look good.
Me personally, the way I would have did it. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I would have did it like if I was Big Bill. Blah blah blah. I'm mad that I don't have a match. You know what? I don't care who's in the back. I'm making my match myself, and whoever wants to fight me on that day, come and fight me. Boom.
Right.
Build up to that. Keep build,
Then-
and then have bunch of like little squat. Not I hate
Teases.
squash matches. Yeah, I don't like squash matches, but somewhat non-competitive matches.
Mm-hmm.
No,
You
Just
know what
walk
I mean?
around and just like keep flaming
But-
him, like walk up to him and be like
Yeah.
spare change. Just do like small New York references. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Just,
you
like,
know what I mean?
just go out there
Or
and be like, all there is bums back there, and it's just constantly just dropping little teases that it's gonna be
little
Eddie Kingston.
teasers, little things like that. You know what I mean? Build it up for Eddie. So when he finally comes out, it's probably gonna be like with a Knicks jersey and some Tim's channel. But you know what I mean? You know what I mean? That's how he's gonna come out. But to do it like that, it was like, I don't know. I'm happy he's back though, because
I'm
I
happy
agree
he's
too.
back.
He's a pioneer for AEW.
And it's definitely gonna make me tune in for All Out now as well too. So
I just want to see who's gonna wrestle in Tim's.
that 0 hour, it's 0 hour, right? He's gonna be on. I can watch him a little earlier too.
And that's another thing.
Is it
0
the
hour.
0
Come
hour?
on.
It's not.
I'm not sure. I don't
Oh,
know.
okay.
We'll get
That's
into it.
not
We're gonna get
confirmed.
it.
That's not confirmed.
We're gonna get into it.
I'm gonna say that's borderline disrespectful. I got mad when they did that to Jamie Hayter. That's borderline disrespectful.
Let's move on to our segment. Is the apron smoother on the other side, fellas? Today we are going to talk about the one and only Lexus King. Before that, he was Brian
my guy.
Jr. Is the apron smoother on the other side for Lexus King? Let's start with the Zombie King.
Still not a 100% fan of his in-ring, but I do like his outer ring stuff.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay. The gimmick still needs work. The lines
Still
aren't
need-
sharp enough on it on the haircut.
Yeah, but like I don't know. I wasn't always a fan of his in-ring, but his outer work, what he's doing right now, it's entertaining.
Did you care about him at all in AEW?
No, he was just another guy.
And does he stand out more in NXT?
Now, because he's actually doing some stuff. He got some one-on-one trying to put over Randy Orton cosplay lookalike. Every time I see him, I think of
Yeah.
Randy Orton, but I always forget his name.
It's Miles Born.
You talking about
Miles
Miles? Yeah, Miles.
Yeah, Miles. He looks like Randy Orton, like almost to a T, almost scary. But like he's doing stuff for them, and he's doing some gimmick work, some in between stuff when he was sitting in the crowd with the headphones on. You know what I mean? He's doing more solo, getting more character work, so getting there, I guess.
Okay. Seems like Zombie King is saying the apron is smoother on the other side in WWE for Lexus King. Niriam, how you feeling? He's got a sip water.
When it
means
comes
he's
to
about say a lot of things.
When people talk about jumping from AEW to WWE, they love to bring up Penta and the real big names that didn't really matter that they jumped. You know what I mean? I love to bring up two names. That's Lexus King and Ethan Page. I think if you want to look at two wrestlers who completely, these guys transformed. You know what I mean? Like, they really showed AEW, you dropped the ball on me, you could have had this. Because everyone else was just doing the same stuff they did in AEW. They already had that. But these two reinvented themselves. I think Lexus King on the side of WWE really did reinvent himself. To the point where, if someone was like, do you like Brian Pillman Jr.'s work? I would say no, but I like Lexus King's work.
I don't think I agree with you 100%. Just I don't think Ethan Page really changed too much of what he was doing. I think he just umped it up to a different level. Because he was always that you know
Arrogant.
what I mean? Arrogant, cocky, better than you, you know what I mean, with the glasses and stuff. And I just think WWE and NXT saw that and were like, yo, he can be a main guy who can him and Ricky Saints. Their back and forth is one of the best.
I think WWE has done wonders for Brian. I think the both of you are right there. Like AEW just wasn't it. The tag team division just wasn't it for them. Everything about that just wasn't it. And I remember even telling Nitram when Julia Hart got out of it, the Varsity Blondes. I was like, good for her. You know what I mean? Like they're gonna
The
do
only one
something.
the only one that made it, and then
You know what I mean? Like
AEW.
they're gonna do something with her, and they're gonna utilize her better. So I was like, that's good for her. And I was just like, I don't know if these two are gonna figure it out. And then I wasn't a fan of Lexus King. I'm with the Zombie King on that. When he first started at NXT, I thought it was
I loved
corny.
it.
Not
The
me.
slide out throne, everything about it was great.
Thought it was whack. But he's
That
growing
was
on
the
me.
only
He's
thing good.
he's building on me, and I do think I just think he's having a hell of a career at NXT right now. To the fact
to
when you
add
said
on
it,
to
Ram,
it-
I would say it's better than his AEW run.
100%.
To add on to it, the Lexus King persona. I think when he was in AEW and it's Brian Pillman Jr., we were looking at it like, yo, when does this guy become Brian Pillman? When does he, you know what I'm saying? Like, when does he start showing that his dad was this guy? And then he came to NXT and it was like, oh, yeah, no, I take my mother's name and I'm Lexus King. And it works so well because it takes that pressure off, especially for a WWE crowd who rougher crowd, and it's like
you take the
he
weight,
doesn't have to live in his dad's shadow.
comparison. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Because if you just tuned in and someone told you, oh, Lexus King, you're never gonna know that that's Brian Pillman Jr. But being Brian Pillman Jr. makes me, even if you don't know who that is, makes me Google who's Brian Pillman. You know what I mean?
Right.
You take away that pressure from him, and I think that's why he gets to shine now. So no one's comparing him to what his dad did anymore. Now we're like, oh, he's getting better and better and better, and that's the best part about it. So I think that WWE really did him a favor. They took a shot and they did not miss with Brian Pillman.
Especially when your bosses are guys who might have shared locker rooms with your father.
Yeah.
Right.
They can tell you things that you didn't even know.
Right.
That was a crazy son of a bitch.
Fellas, Thomas Tony Storm says she's an AEW lifer and that she doesn't fit the WWE mold. Is this too bold of a statement in her career right now to be making? She's practically saying she's gonna never go back to the WWE. Do you see that in her future, or do you really believe her when she tells you she's an AEW lifer? Let's start with Nitram.
Yeah, man, it's one of those things because on Twitter they keep telling me AEW is going to shut down. What is she going to do then? No, Tony Storm. It's funny what I just said about Lexus King is like the opposite for Tony Storm. If someone was to tell me, did you like Tony Storm's NXT run and WWE stuff? I would honestly say no. They didn't understand her. But do I love Tony Storm's AEW run? Yes, I absolutely love it. And I hope that when she's done doing all the craziness that she's doing and being herself, that she is like the first real women's coach or booker for AEW. And that she's there as long as AEW's around, Tony Storm gets that treatment. The way Gail Kim got that treatment for TNA until recently. But that's new ownerships and stuff. Because they put Gail Kim on pedestal. Gail Kim trained women. She booked shows. She did matches. And for a long time until NXT really stepped it up, TNA was the spot for women wrestling. And I hope that Tony Storm is that sort of legacy for AEW. So for her to say I'm an AEW lifer and I'm not gonna, it's perfectly fine. Now everybody needs to be in WWE. It didn't work for her. She pretty much admitted that. She is on a different level now. And if she's an AEW for life, that's a beautiful thing for AEW.
I was really thinking you were going to end that statement with, then I'm AEW for life. But you don't want the guys to call you a mark, so you're watching your work. You're watching your words here. So.
They were mean to me once on TikTok.
Heard his
Zombie
feelings.
King, how you feeling, man? As a professional wrestler, do you think this is a bold statement? Or if you were in someone who was in Tony Storm's shoes, is this perfectly fine to say?
Yeah, 100%. Undertaker said it. Sting at one point said it. You know what I mean? And these are high caliber. And these are guys that or like iconic for being loyal to their company. So why not Tony Storm be add on to that list of being loyal to a company? If the loyalty is reflected on both ends, why not? Do I think Tony Storm is their biggest superstar right now? Active? 100%. Like, who's not talking about Tony Storm? There's people that's probably not just getting into wrestling, or Tony Storm is the reason why they're getting into wrestling. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I think it's not a bold statement. I think it's accurate. I think I always said it that WWE is not for everyone. Some people, they go and their career actually goes down. We've seen it plenty of times. Unfortunately, Tony Storm was actually one of them. Great in Japan, great on the independents, great here, great there. But once he got to the WWE, did we see that greatness?
Right.
You know what I mean? Not everyone needs to do the WWE. It is everyone's dream, but not everyone can make it to that high tier of WWE. If you're an independent wrestler, you grew up on this, that's the tier you want to be. You know what I mean? Stone Cold said it best. If you're not in this business to be a world champion, then why the hell are you in this business?
That's very true. It's very true.
No,
Rick
I
says,
think Toni Storm is perfect where she's at. I think she's the biggest star in AEW right now. So, not a bold statement.
Rick says, look at Cross. He's going to reach a new level in the Indies. Look at Matt Cardona. That's true.
Right.
People sleep on Matt Cardona and the stardom that he built on his own.
Yeah.
You know, people do sleep on that. Fellas, it's been a minute since we did some margarita matches, so I'm gonna let y'all decide. You want to do WrestlePalooza first or All Out?
Get the show I'm probably not going to watch out the way. Get me WrestlePalooza.
Oh, man. That's a bold statement.
The out of nowhere question of the match should have been, how many matches does a wrestling card need to be an actual Palooza? I'll tell you what what not the correct answer is 5. But let's jump into it. WrestlePalooza, fellas. Margarita match predictions. I don't know the order. This is probably the main event, but we're going to start with this right here. CM Punk, AJ Lee. Now, this is the opener. CM Punk, AJ Lee, Seth Rollins, Becky Lynch, mixed tag team match. Is this a margarita match? Who do you got? Let's start with the Zombie
King. No. I'm watching it. Curious. Like I said, I think I'm more curious on AJ Styles' ability in the ring, because I don't feel like she had the best workers when she was on top of her game, and to see her in there with some female workers that can go, I'm interested. So I'll be watching this.
Okay. All right, Nayram.
This match has no stipulation like I wanted it to have. I thought both titles would be on the line. I think this is a margarita match. I think this is just sure when AJ Lee could still hang, and that's pretty much it. I think she's gonna kiss somebody.
Hopefully, her husband.
I hope it's Seth Rollins.
Yeah,
it'll make AJ Lee. It'll make that feud even more hot.
I think it gets hot on Becky's part because she keeps talking about her hot husband. You know, she's like, my hot husband. And then Seth Rollins will be like, my wonderful wife. Not even hot wife. Jeez, Seth.
Yeah.
What a way to build up her steam. But yeah, I think it's a margarita match. I'll take a shot there.
Before who do you think is winning?
Oh, AJ Lee is getting the pin on Seth Rollins.
Damn.
Interesting. Okay. Before we move on to the next match, just real quick, yes or no. Do you think AJ Lee is going to out wrestle Becky Lynch Saturday?
I think she keeps up.
No.
Okay. We'll see. I got CM Punk, AJ Lee winning the match as well. And if it's the opener, I'll be okay if I miss the first 5 minutes of entrances. So
I'll go back on
AJ Lee might have the shortest entrance out of all of them. So
oh yeah.
So I think we're good there. Rick says, as long as the mixed tag don't talk. Wait, as long as that mixed tag don't talk could be solid. AJ might have some ring
That's why
rust.
Rick
That is
said, "Y'all
true.
promos are garbage."
The mic.
Fellas, the goat of all goats, John Cena versus the Beast Incarnate, Brock Lesnar. Is this a margarita match? And who do you got? Let's go to Nitram.
No, I've been saying this for a while now. There's no John Cena match at this point. That's a margarita match that's worth skipping. I would tune in just to watch this match. I'll rewind it if I missed an entrance. This is the only selling point for this whole WrestlePalooza. It's the John Cena Brock Lesnar match, and I hope it's a shine to what these two could do, because realistically, Brock Lesnar and John Cena have had one good match, and that's when Brock squashed Cena, because it's so memorable, because holy crap, it was Cena. I hope Cena puts on his own Suplex City. Who do I have winning? I have Cena winning. But yeah, I'm real excited for this. I know Brock's controversial.
You give me the goose pimples, bro, with his own Suplex City.
It's just one of those things. I think Brock's a top 25 in-ring performer. People don't give him the credit he deserves. I think he has one of the best false finish kickouts in the business. I'm real excited for this match.
Okay, Zombie King.
I think what Nick Marin said. I don't think no John Cena match right now, especially with a Brock Lesnar, is a margarita match. But I will say, if I see this too much of Suplex City match, I'm not going to be interested. Like I said, I'm not a big fan of squash matches. I'm not a big fan of one-sided matches. I feel like John Cena's cooking right now in his matches, and I would love to see both of them. What Nate Ram said, cook. Like, I don't. If they go out there and start doing like some old-fashioned bottom wrist locks and headlocks and start, I'll be popping like crazy, because I feel like,
Brock Lesnar to go out there and hit that shooting star press.
Shit. I hope not. That's one thing, Brock. Keep that in the thing. But like, if they go out there and like what him and Sami Zayn did, I mean, obviously Brock Lesnar's not Sami Zayn, but
he's better.
Like,
I agree.
Like, give us like a fucking match where we go like, God damn, these guys are fucking good. Like, John Cena's been doing that.
That's true. Rick said, does Cena get his 100th PLE win come WrestlePalooza? If not, when? And don't forget, Cena is now using other moves and spots. Might have a trick up his sleeve. John Cena hits a shooting star press.
Oh, man.
John Cena hits a frog splash.
I can see
That'd be interesting. That'd be interesting.
I see that.
Or a dick hit. You can always beat Brock with a good old dick hit. So anything I learned in WWE. You want to beat Brock Lesnar? Hit him with a dick hit.
I got Cena too. I think this match is going to be good. This is not a margarita match for me. Next match on the card, we got to claim a women's champion. Io Sky, Stephanie Valkyrie, 1-on-1. This match is going to cook. This is not a margarita match. I'm just going to throw my thing out there. I do want Io to win, and I hope she wins. So that's who I'm going for. Who do you guys advocate?
I'm going. There's only two girls in this household that my wife is willing to cheer for. All right, and that's Rhea Ripley and Valkyria. So I'm going Valkyria.
Okay, hey, that's a valid reason to go with Stephanie. Hey, Ray, who do you got?
I think Io gets real close and then gets misted by Asuka, and Valkyrie gets the title. I don't think she's ready for it. People can say what they want. I think she gets everything a little too quick recently, but I do think I think they're gonna throw the strap on Valkyrie. But I think Asuka misses Io, and then they do a devil's kiss, and you can see the mist on her butt cheeks from her face.
The world is not ready
like that. And
what type of dreams are you having, bro?
I don't want to watch Io and Asuka, man. I'm not ready for that yet.
Dreams.
I don't want to watch those matches. Ooh, triple threat. Io,
I mean, Mark, you gotta be realistic.
Asuka.
I know Asuka's your girl.
She's not done, bro. She's never done.
I think Asuka's tuning down her career. I think she just has to get these matches out, bro.
She's going to AEW, so she can wrestle Tony Storm.
No, I don't see that happening. Asuka's retiring with the WWE. I don't see her leaving.
Oh man.
She'll
Rick
be a-
says Cena
she'll be a
hits
trainer for sure.
Tombstone. Imagine if Cena hits the
Tombstone would be
Tombstone.
awesome. That'd be awesome.
Next match on the
Cena
card,
hits
fellas.
F5, not an FU.
Oh, that'd be crazy. Next match on the card is Undisputed
That
WWE
would be
Championship.
crazy.
Cody Rhodes, Drew McIntyre. What do y'all got? Cody. Just skip. Margarita match.
Give me the Street Fighter kid.
I'm going.
Yeah, I don't
I'm
care
going.
about
I'm
this at
going.
all.
I'm gonna go grocery shopping during this match. Go out to the
Honestly,
store,
It's gonna be
yeah.
a great match.
food.
Oh yeah, I think any it's gonna be a good match, but only reasons why it's a Margaret beat, I feel like here's a match.
They had nothing for
Here
this
you
show,
go.
so they called Cody off set and was like, "Yo, we really need you to do this." And Cody was like, "Y'all said I can film Street Fighter. Cody, you're gonna film Street Fighter. Just fight Drew McIntyre." And then Drew
Yeah.
McIntyre was like, "I want Cody's ass." Like, this is the whole feud, bro. It's so dumb. I did not like this feud, and I love both guys, but this is whatever. Match will be fine. It'll be fine. Cody
Yeah.
wins.
Match will be fine. Match will be fine.
No,
Um,
actually, Cody, I see Drew winning, but somewhere more devastating, so he can give more time to Cody to go make the move.
Yeah. If Drew wins, it's definitely by DQ.
Yeah, he's gonna get like put through a table. The whole Roman Reigns gimmick.
Mhm.
Roman Reigns comes back for like 3 matches and then gets devastated, and then so he leaves.
I want Drew to hit Cody with a Claymore as soon as he hits the whoa. Give me that camera angle. Like, just give me that whole camera angle right there. Just hit a Claymore as soon as he hits his whoa. Call the match right there.
Whoa!
And the last match on the card, the main event. I'm just joking. It's not the main event. Tag team match. The Usos are back in action, tagging up brother and brother. Finally coming along on the same show. Zombie King's about to tear up. Verse Division,
Yeah.
Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. This right here is the margarita of all margarita matches. I wish Chano was here so he could tell us how much of a margarita match this might be. Because
Really?
Yeah,
I
man.
like the Usos.
It
I
looks
love
good
the
on
Usos.
paper.
It looks great on paper.
On paper,
But
yes.
have you seen the story?
That's that.
Where does
Hey,
LA Knight come in this
That's
match?
how you know we're all cousins here. That's my only drift. It's like where are they going with this?
It's Rick
Is
says
Jay turning heel? Are they becoming tags again? Is Jimmy? It's like the opposite where Jimmy was the heel and Jay was the face. Now it's opposite.
Rick says
Now
Jay goes
Jimmy's the
heel.
heel and Jay's the face.
I already seen Jay super kick Jimmy. I don't care for it. Leave the
Yeah,
Usos
man,
alone.
that's-
Jimmy needs this.
I think Jimmy really needs a single run, man. Like, give this guy a title.
I've been saying that since the
Come
man
on.
started.
He about to have a
Everyone
baby.
said-
He done.
Everyone was just saying I was a little
Yeah, he
boy,
needs
didn't
the
know I was
extra
talking
money,
about.
man. He's about to have another baby.
I'm
He
just saying.
needs
Look, all right.
He
So
needs that championship money.
for me, this is just a margarita match because it's just like I'm a huge fan of the Usos. I think this is
Yeah.
dope. But this is
One
for
of the
me.
best tag teams, man.
This was the wrong way to bring them in. To bring them back. This was the wrong way to
100%.
do it.
I
This
feel like
is-
they're not really back.
It was to bring them back on not a big 4 was stupid. Jay wants to match with Jimmy, says the dirt sheets. Look, we seen it. They got 7
I don't know.
minutes. If they
What
do
are
it
they- what are
again,
they
they better
at?
get 5 minutes.
If Jay
Nah.
if Jay wins, he's the godfather of Jimmy's son. What are they going to wrestle for? I don't want to watch Jay versus Jimmy.
Hey,
I don't want to see that. I don't want to see them fight.
know what I say? Jay, Jimmy, go have yourself a Rocky and Creed moment. Okay, go find the warehouse, set up a ring, and go
Duke it
have your
out.
match. All right.
Duke
Just
it
tell the
out.
tales. Tell the tale. For
Tell the
25
tales.
years.
Let it be a legend. Let the match that never happened.
Right.
A 5-star brother versus brother, kick out versus kick out. The match that no one ever seen. Let
At
that
this point-
legend. Let that legend live on, man.
At this point, just make it a triple threat. Put Solo in there. Put all the brothers to fight for Rikishi's love. That's a stipulation.
Well, ladder match.
The winner,
hang Rikishi
the
from
winner
the top
becomes
of the-
Rikishi's talking point.
Yeah. Put Rikishi in a shark cage. Hang him up. Ladder match for Rikishi's love.
And he's doing a live podcast.
I like it. Set it up. Trips. Set it up.
Book of trips.
Look at trips.
That is WWE Wrestles Palooza. 5 matches. Like I said, I don't really know if 5 matches is a Palooza or not. A Palooza to me is maybe like 8 matches would be nice.
At least 7.
24-hour event. A Palooza is a 24-hour event. I don't care what no one says. Look at these concert Paloozas. They be going on for 12 hours. I need 24 hours of wrestling.
Gonna need a big shark cage.
it.
You know what? You're right, Ram. I need a 3-day festival of wrestling, 24
That's it.
hours.
If you're gonna do a Palooza,
all the promotions. You got main stage, you got TNA stage, an NXT stage, a AAA stage, and from
I want this to be the
12
EDC
to
of
12.
wrestling.
I want. Yep.
hey, WWE. If we see this next year, Palooza, when you have different stages for different promotions, we want our fucking cut.
Yep.
Okay, you heard it here, folks.
WrestlePalooza.
That's a
3 days.
Palooza.
WrestlePalooza. Hey,
That's a
WrestlePalooza, 3-day
Palooza.
event. 3-day
Yeah.
event. WrestlePalooza, Saudi Arabia. Calling it.
No. See, you lost me on the Sally.
Gotta
You
fly
lost-
out there again.
You lost me on the Sally.
Oh, let's go to Arizona.
Yeah,
All I know is
Oh,
yeah,
man.
that's
me and
messed
Rick gonna be
up.
at that Palooza.
I feel so sorry for Bianca. She had to go sit there and read and be like, we love it. We love it down there. We
it
love
sounded
it.
so scripted too. She didn't improv anything.
it's
It
the
sounded
best.
so scripted.
It's the best. We love it, right, guys?
Oh, I believe they do love it because every time they go, I be seeing they
They make
strip
money.
photos. I'm like, damn, they love it.
They make
They
that
love
money.
Let's move on to the next pay-per-view. That's this weekend on Saturday, this afternoon at 3:00, because my guy didn't want to go head-to-head. It's all good. No worries.
I don't
Just
blame
watch wrestling all day. He loves fans. He wants fans to watch wrestling all day. That's what I'm talking about. It's the kind of guy I want to work for.
That's a Palooza.
Right. He added to the Palooza, you know what I mean? AEW's all out. We got let's just go. We talked about earlier, Big Bill versus Eddie Kingston, fellas. Is this a margarita match? And who do you got?
It's a margarita match, but I got Eddie Kingston. And I hope it's fun. I just hope it's fun.
I'm gonna try to make my drink before it, just because I want to see him come back. But if I make a drink during, it's okay.
Okay. We also got the Hurt Syndicate versus Ricochet and the Gates of Agony. It's gonna be interesting. MVP. Is this a margarita match? And who do you got?
We hurt people. We
he
hurt
was gonna do
people.
it.
If you're skipping,
Yeah.
bro, if you're skipping that, I don't know. The entrances
You're not
you have to
AEW.
watch.
Yeah.
The entrance
I
you
like-
have to watch. The match you could phase off on. But the entrance.
No. I
I hope
think
MVP does his verse.
yeah. I think they should
Mhm.
cook in this match, because I feel like Ricochet and his group, they're solid workers that don't get enough like if you see a wrestler, that's like, these guys look like wrestlers. Like, you know what I mean? They look like someone you know, it's the who used to say it? Some old I can't remember, but it's the double take in the airport test. Some wrestler used to say it. Can't remember. Like, if you walk past these guys, you're like, damn, these are big motherfuckers. You know what I mean? So to see them get a good match with Bobby Lashley, who we all know he can go. Shelton Benjamin, we all know he can go. MVP.
He's old.
He's there. He's there.
He's there.
Yeah, he's there. He's old.
Don't
He's there.
sleep on him though. But don't
No,
sleep.
no, no.
He's
Don't
one of
sleep on
those.
him.
He's one of those vets that he's going to surprise you. He's going to surprise you.
Jiu-Jitsu black belt.
Yeah. Hey, flying armbar would be nice. But I feel like this is a good opportunity to show everyone like, yo, we're here. So put some respect on our names.
I like that. I like that. WWE said we're bringing the Usos back, so Tony Khan said that's cool. I got Adam Copeland and Christian. They're gonna go against FTR. Is this a margarita match, and who do you got? This is definitely a margarita match for me. I know. You know what? If you're just not a fan of this style of tag team wrestling, this might be a margarita match for you, because this is going to be some good old slow grabs.
Yes.
I will say though, 3 of those competitors don't really have bad matches. I will not name the one who I do think has bad matches.
Do the math.
Names don't need to be said, but he's on the edge. FTR don't. FTR is
of having another bad match is what he's trying to say.
FTR doesn't really have bad matches, and they're 2 of the best to do it. They make everyone look good, so I think this could be a generally good match. I'm not going crazy for it. You know what I mean? So,
okay. Let's jump into like that. Now we got championship matches.
Yeah.
Okada, Takeshita, Mascara for unified championship. I got Takeshita winning.
Yeah, why not?
He's so good, man.
I'll tell you
That's
why
what I'm
not.
saying.
He's gonna
Why not?
cook. He's
We're
gonna
talking
cook.
about fuck Okada.
I know we're talking about your boy Okada, but like, who cares?
Somebody had to be in
Okada's
this match
not
to take the pin, and Okada's gonna Rainmaker the mask off that boy.
Damn.
That'd be crazy. Let's just after that statement, let's just move on to the next match. Tables and thumbtacks, no DQ match. MJF Mark Briscoe. Now we're gonna start seeing some red. Start seeing some blood here. Call me crazy. I got Mark Briscoe winning this match.
Nah. I got MJF winning the match, but match of the night here.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like this is gonna steal the show. I honestly don't think Mark Briscoe. I think all his matches are entertaining. They may not be the best, like 5-star, 4, you know what I mean? But you're gonna get an entertaining match with Mark Briscoe. You know,
100%.
so MJF, one of the tops, the heels. You're gonna see some dirty, grimy stuff from him. Some stuff we may have seen before. So it might put MJF back in that title tier reign. Right now he's floating. He's floating on top.
He is shooting a new movie too, so that's also something to take into consideration. This could be a way to write him off.
That's what I'm saying. Give the match to Mark Briscoe.
Good point.
Give the match to Mark Briscoe. We got a coffin match. Coffin match. It's been a minute since we heard that.
Yeah.
John Moxley, Darby Allin. I think what the last one was Swerve, right? Swerve and Darby?
And Sting was a tag.
But that was the last. I was saying that was the last coffin match, right? That Darby was in.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Fellas, this match is going to be brutal. We have the two most brutal. I don't give a crap about my life guys on the roster right now in one match. Like this is. I can already see Sunday everyone's going to be saying that this match alone should be taken off.
Don't show it.
They've gone too far.
Don't go ever again.
I mean, we're talking about 2 guys who might be, willing to die in a wrestling. You know what I mean? Purposely.
Close enough, man.
To have a great match. This is not a margarita match. And I got John Moxley, and hear me out. Hear me out. Here's my fantasy booking for the night. Brian Danielson whispered something in Darby's ear. And here's what he whispered. He said, BCC for life, bitch. we're coming for you at All Out. And that's
Hey.
and that's it. They walked away. You know what I mean? Now you could take those words lightly if you want, but I'm sure that's what Bryan Danielson told Darby Allin. Is this a margarita match for you guys, and who do you got?
Definitely not gonna be a margarita match, but I may have to be walking away from the screen for a little bit. You know, I don't know. Like you said, these two guys they're so willing to inflict pain on themselves. That's a different type of wrestling. Especially Darby Allin, especially Moxley. I mean the that scene's still in my head. At first it was Cowboy drinking blood. Now is Moxley getting stabbed in the freaking forehead and blood squirting out. You know, so it's like the hell these guys are gonna do.
That's very true. Let's keep going.
you got
We
to win?
got who do you have to win?
I don't know. I don't know if I want anyone to win this match. It's gonna
What if
suck
I
for the
told you? I think Darby does a coffin drop onto Moxley, where they falls into a chokehold, that bulldog choke he does, and the casket closes on both of them, and it is the probably first draw in casket matches.
I could see that. I could also see him just doing the regular old casket, the dive he does. And then it's like cinematic. They're fucking whatever. They're fucking going out in the back. He dumps him in, but he's not staying in. Every time he tries to close, he opens it. Bang, 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 bang. Goes up top. Does the coffin dive. As he dives, the door just closed on top of him. What you said, double DQ. I mean, double whatever. I don't know what you would call that. Double victory.
This is why they just got to bring back buried alive matches. Just bury these people, bro. I'm sick of it. Stop being scared.
Why not?
They'll dig you back up after the show.
Yeah. Undertaker's fine. He's still here.
Let's keep moving on. We're running out of time. AEW TBS Championship match. Mercedes Moné Rio. Margarita match. And who do you got? It's Mercedes Moné.
Mercedes Moné. Probably her best match. Rio's real good, but Mercedes Moné.
Zombie just wants Mercedes to lose so he can talk about the TBS Championship again.
Yeah.
AEW World Tag Team
Not the biggest one.
AEW World Tag Team Championship ladder match. Brodito, Young Bucks, Jet Speed, Hachero, and Josh Alexander. Call me crazy, but I got the Young Bucks winning this.
The Bucks are spending all their money too fast. Give me Brodito.
I like that. I wouldn't be mad either if Jet Speed won.
Same. Either I see Young Bucks winning, but I don't mind if Broly and Bandito won. Story-wise, I think the Young Bucks are gonna win, and then have Bandito and Broly as the people going for those titles later on.
Come to time. Don't miss out on a ladder match too with AEW. Those guys always show up. AEW Women's World Championship match. Toni Storm, Jamie Hayter, Chris Statlander, and Thekla. This is gonna be a banger. This is not gonna be a margarita match. And put the title on Chris Statlander with the Death Riders. What do y'all got? And is this a margarita match? I know Toni Storm's gonna win. I know Nate Rand. Toni Storm's gonna win. And I'm still gonna be excited that she wins. I'm with it. You know what I mean? But I would also still like to see Chris Statlander with the title.
Man, if it was up to me, this is Thekla's time to show she can hang with these women. I don't think she wins, obviously, but this is definitely her shine. We're putting you with the top girls of our business. You want to show us you deserve to be here? Now's your time to do it. So just hope Thekla has a good showing. That's it.
I think she will. I think she does her little spider move and Tony kisses her.
Love it. Book it.
Or just
Book it, Tony.
put it right in her face. Just put it right there.
Yeah. And then the main event, AEW World Champion. I'm sorry, AEW World Championship match. Hangman Adam Page, Kyle Fletcher. And just remember, if the Don Callis family gets involved, Fletcher will be stripped of the TNT Championship per Hangman Adam Page's stipulation. I don't think this is going to be a margarita match because I think this match is going to be an incredible match. Another great match to add on to this incredible second run Hangman is having as world champion. Give me Hangman Adam Page. What do y'all got?
I think it's gonna be Page, but it's gonna be some type of ending that goes on.
All right. Give me Page. Wouldn't be mad if they even put Fletcher on the title. Wouldn't even be mad. But give me Page.
I mean, if he wins the title, he's double champ.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
Is that the first for the company?
No, because Okada.
Okada's double champion.
Okada was double champion, then they merged it.
So
and he could
I also
technically
think Kenny was a tag champ.
Kenny was everything.
Kenny was also, I believe, a tag champ when he was world champ. So
yeah, Kenny. I think
Yeah, but okay.
Yeah, we're gonna pack show tonight. We're gonna skip our main event question, fellas. It's always an incredible time talking wrestling with you guys.
Yeah, man.
Love to do it every week. While we get up out of here, go ahead and get your plugs.
Yeah, all my matches. I got 2 shows: Mount Vernon, New York, and Long Island, New York. Try not to double book yourself. I know sometimes it's hard, but keep an eye on that calendar. There you go.
And of course, I won't be back next week, but I'll be back the week after that. I'm the one that makes them say all damn. I'm Nit Ram, and you can catch me on Twitter at NITRAM_4SOTR. That's NITRAM_4SOTR.
Yes, sir. I'm Marcus Hernandez. You can follow me at the Founder MH, but most importantly, follow us on all of our social media platforms. I almost said WrestlePalooza. I'm just excited.
It's on the mind. It's on the mind.
I'm just excited for this weekend. 4 Sides of the Ring podcast on IG, 4 Sides OTR on X. We are on Blue Skies. We are on everything that has social media. But if you're hanging out with us right now, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, share with all of your wrestling friends, family, anybody who's a fan of wrestling. And if you're not, I promise you, we can make you one. Other than that, enjoy WrestlePalooza, enjoy All Out, enjoy SmackDown. Always remember, if you're not enjoying wrestling, you're just not watching it right. We're your guys, 4 Sides of the Ring. We'll catch you next week.